in Blender. So you can start off with a prem or whatever you're creating, close, builds, whatever. And you're gonna take it into edit mode. And then once you create all your seams, let's make some seams real quick. Alright, then you have your item. Well, all your seams, all your items with the seams on it. And then you go to the material tab, which is right here. And then you set the material. You can name it whatever you want. I'll name this one cube 1. And then you can set the color for each material if you like, or you can just leave it white, just so you can tell the difference between which items are in the same material, and make it white later on if you want. And then make sure you hit the assign button, and then it'll show here that it was assigned the material slot. Now with a lot of the mesh for Second Life, they allow 10,000 verts per material. So if you want to see how many vertices you have here, you have 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, which is 8. It'll tell you how many verts you have up here. So try to keep in mind of your vertices. Keep it within 10,000, in the 10,000 range per material. Each material is one face, but you can still have them on the same UV map. All you have to do is just, I'm going to duplicate this one here, shift duplicate X. Alright, so right now since they're the same color, that means they're on the same material. So you take it into edit, you have this one and this one are the same. So let's say this is a second piece of mesh and you want to make it a different material. What you do, take it into object mode, remove the material you have here, and then just go into edit mode and assign it a new material. New. And we'll call this one cube 2. Alright, so this one is not assigned yet because it's not here. You can make this one whatever color also. Let's just put it blue to differentiate the different material, and then assign. So now you have 2 different pieces of mesh with 2 different materials. So let's say this is 10,000 and this is 10,000. You can still have it together on one mesh by just joining it. So let's say if it's a pair of pants and a shirt, you have the pants 10,000, the top 10,000, or if your pants is over 10,000, you can divide them by vertices. So like if you want to divide the 10,000, take them into edit mode, you'll have just one mesh selected, and then you push P to divide by material, or by selection if it's all joined together and it's not separate materials, it's all one material and you want to divide it, you would do by selection. So whatever you have highlighted would separate. Let me show you. P, selection, separate. So now you have your 2 materials and they're separated. So if you already have them divided by material and you want to separate them, let's Control Z. They're all the same, and then you would go P and then by material, and they would separate by material. Alright, now let's say you have your UV map and you just unwrap them. You can still have 2 separate materials all on the same UV map. So on this side right here, these 6 boxes is your material for one, your UV map for one, and these 6 boxes here would be your UV map for the second one. And then you can also move your islands around however you want if you want to fit more UV maps inside the same one. So if you want to add another material, you would have another box added, another piece of mesh added. Simple. Just either create a new box if it's separate, if it's a different mesh, create your different mesh. If it's the same one, you can always just shift copy it. There you go again. Now these 2 are going to be in the same material. Just assign this one a new material from over here. And notice how when you have them combined, these are joined. So they're all going to show under the same. If you join all three of these pieces here, then you'll have the lineup of all the materials you have in that join piece. So you have two materials here. These two will be one material and this would be a third. So making materials is really easy. Just make sure you always hit that apply button and you can separate. So if you want to get rid of the colors for each of them, you don't want them to be different colors anymore, just white. Just clear that up and then they all will be white again. Because when you do leave the color on, when you do your UV map and your shadow baking, the color will come on the shadow baking. And that's really it.